A word for our listeners. Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1920s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It is not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to the Nerds Domain presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Join us each week as our investigators follow a path of clues and attempt to save the world from an ancient evil. Starring John Quiett, Jestin Kimmet, Shirley Niedzwiecki, George Chimples, Jason Hall, and Scott Troiano, with Matt Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed cultists await you just beyond this music.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm here with Johnny.
Bonjour.
Justin.
Bobby.
We're in like the last 8 episodes.
Now
you finally get
out
French.
the French accent, yes.
Scott. George.
Hola.
And Shirley.
You took mine.
Well done.
I believe your proper response is, hello!
Matt, that was a little loud.
And
Yeah, it was.
I know, look at that. And I'm Matt. Last time we talked to a guy in a noodle shop.
And he didn't die. That's the kind of.
So what we're going to do
Shoot him
is
in the back of the
we're going to speed things up just a smidge to get some story out. So you guys end up at the newspaper shop, the Shanghai Courier. You find 3 stories that are somewhat important and an ad that sticks out.
I can read.
Go ahead. Out loud.
Oh.
Okay, well then I will.
that went south quickly.
You read it.
Seamen's Club damaged.
What was damaged?
Edit that out. I need to be able to see this without giggling. Clearly
I
I'm an
can
adult.
read it.
No, I got this. I don't need you talking about
Was
semen.
it like a bar or an actual stick, like a club?
Lunch. Seamen's Club damaged. A portion of the Seamen's Club was destroyed late last night.
What was destroyed?
The Seamen's Club, because we're all a bunch of freaking adults.
Why is everybody laughing?
And inspectors report considerable damage to the river side of the institution, quote, in excess of 8,000 pounds sterling,
Were any seamen
unquote,
alive?
according to underwriters.
All those poor little seamen just wasted.
Allow me to finish reading. No injury or loss of life is reported.
Oh, thank God.
According to unconfirmed, though informed speculation, Sea Page undermined a portion of the embankment area upon which the famous club stands, causing seepage, causing the collapse.
So there's seamen seepage.
Inebriates congregating along the bank swear that a strange creature emerged from the river shore shortly before the collapse. Their stories were a hearty momentary relief to the risky business of sorting through the rubble.
This is an ad?
No, this is
That's story number
we
1.
have 3 stories and then an ad.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
For people who can't see what we're doing, he had 3 article-looking things in his hand
Yeah.
on the table.
So there were no semen lost.
No semen lost. All semen have been retained.
Awesome.
Fire on Chenling Road. 3 monks have been found dead in a pavilion fire in the Garden of the Purple Clouds of Autumn. They are thought to have died because of an overturned brazier. The names of the deceased have not been released, but a reliable source indicates that all 3 were respected scholars of Tang, 5 dynasties, and Sung literature. A profound loss to all who value China's great heritage. Eyewitnesses remarked that the evening fire leapt in an uncanny fashion from one blazing structure to follow the fleeing monks into the second pavilion. Quote, a floating cloud of fire followed them, unquote. According to Mr. Liu Chin Dai of Brilliant Poppy Lane, a European was seen leaving the vicinity of the conflagration. Police respectfully request his assistance in their investigation. Good luck with that. Violent incident on Lantern Street. This is the 3rd story. Police report murders at number 88 Lantern Street quote, sometime after midnight, unquote, last night. The victims are identified as Miss Raparita Wong, resident at the address, and Mr. Chin Hisu Chu, probably Chow, address unavailable at the time of publication. Police Inspector Chong indicates that the slayings were unusually violent. He requests information from anyone with knowledge of either Miss Wong or Mr. Chin. Even Lantern Street habituals. Yeah, that didn't come out right. Normally not noted for their compassion, were taken aback by the cruelty of the crimes. One witness was so distraught that she identified the killer as a giant bat. And here's the ad. The stars are right!
Oh, nice.
Do not allow dark fate to overwhelm you. Worry not that evil rivals seem to possess secret knowledge that you lack. The answer is in the stars. Consult the heavenly stem and the earthly branch for answers. A most auspicious future is guaranteed. Contact Shanghai's famous astrologer, Mr. Long, 129 Kaoyang Street. No appointment necessary. Anytime before 10 p.m.
We should pack up and leave Shanghai. We should just go.
Now, this character wasn't around when the fire vampires attacked, was he?
No.
Okay.
We would have told you about it on our sea voyage.
Sure.
Sorry, just brief recap.
Sure,
So,
sure.
What was the name of I'm not trying to be funny here, of the
Club.
The club. It is the Seamen's Club.
Seamen's Club? Do we have an address for that?
No, but you can find it. There's an address in the article, but it's not.
Okay, and that seemed like it was. There's just drunk people who were witnesses for that.
Yeah.
Then Luchin Dai was the witness for Purple something.
Brilliant Poppy Lane. That's where he lives.
Which is the fire vampires.
But it was also, what was the name of the temple that burned down?
The Garden of the Purple Clouds of Autumn, which Ma knows as a Buddhist temple.
Guardian of the Purple Clouds of Autumn?
Garden.
Garden. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's not good. Okay. So, to me it seems like obviously going and talking to Mr. Lung would be a good idea.
Okay.
Also asking for description from this Luchin Dai about the European man he saw.
Okay.
And maybe seeing what Miss Wong and Miss Chin were involved in that would require them to be killed.
Okay.
The cult, probably.
When did we see the bat people?
We haven't seen Bat People. There's
No.
been suggestion about Bat People in ties with Australia.
Right.
The cult of the giant bat, or the cult of the bat.
Yeah, since
The cult of the sand bat.
we
There it
haven't
is.
gone to Australia yet, we've been attacked by bats, just the other two things.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it?
10:54. No, it's probably after you do all this, probably 3 in the afternoon.
What's the date?
Today would be the 6th of May. Thank you. Yeah, we are in May. It was stated earlier last episode that we are in March. We are no longer in March. It's the 6th of May.
And the time jump was the boat
Travel.
ride.
Yeah, the boat ride and a couple other things that we did.
It
Kenya,
took us 30 days to get.
No. Kenya was actually done all in April. You guys left
That's right.
Egypt in April because you had like 2 weeks of rest, and then you got on a boat. And then, it's just been kind of, there's been some time gaps. But you're still well within, you've got like 6 months easily before you need to really worry about this event.
Oh, cool. It's a little vacation.
I think a holiday every couple months.
I'm just saying you're not coming down to the wire or anything.
Isn't Thailand?
Oh my gosh.
Should we do some side quests, build some experience for good time on the body?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because experience is the way this game works, as
I need
opposed to
to
getting
join
driven
somebody's
more
side-
insane
I
and
need to join
dying.
It's not like we haven't died in side quests before.
We another one of those things where we roll up with like, oh, I'm at 2 hit points. Oh, you get punched in the face, glancing, well, I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm an expert at that.
Several of us are. Goodness gracious.
But even still, when you're at 4 hit points and the party might rely on you, you go with the party. Not,
So,
I'm going to stay in the hospital.
where would you guys like to start your investigation on? Which
Do we want to trust this advertisement Which is certainly not a trap.
I think
The Earth branch isn't a branch one of the quote-unquote good symbols, the signs of protection.
I'm not a Buddhist.
I'm talking to the Cthulhu mythos. We've run into that.
Oh,
Right.
out of character,
No.
the elder sign is actually classically looks like a
Branch.
You say branch, and I kind of like.
I think it's actually in the book.
No, he's talking out of character.
It's this symbol here
Yeah.
on the spine of the book, which is this little thing.
Yeah, I know. I carved it into a priest arm once.
Yeah, that's right. They also sometimes try and claim it's this weird little pentagram thing too. The one that Lovecraft
That's the
describes
yellow
as
sign,
this
isn't it?
No,
no, they don't.
like if you look in the game, like when you play like the Arkham Horror, this
Yeah.
is what they use for the elder signs. But it's this like
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
pentagram thing.
Yeah.
But the
Spiral
one
star.
when Lovecraft describes it in the books, it's actually this like branching.
So,
Good catch, actually.
where did you guys want to head? Sorry, trying to keep us on track.
Yeah.
Why is the advertisement so?
The stars are right is a big thing. Like
Yeah.
there were stars. You saw the stars before you went completely bonkers in the cave or in the pyramid.
Oh, right.
Yeah, before the person sat in the
We should
seat.
go follow the stars.
I agree.
If it is a trap, it is better to sprint it early. If it is something helpful, it is better to have that early.
It's just so odd. Like I don't see how it could be either a trap or a. I mean, it's a sign.
If he is a man with the gift of prophecy, perhaps he foretold our coming.
Maybe.
Well, let's not keep him waiting.
It's just I don't know. It's too convenient to be a trap. Like how would they know that we were going to go to the newspapers to look for?
Maybe they knew that one of our number was interested in the arcane arts. It would be tempting to. But he's no longer with us.
In which case we shouldn't go.
Well, we have. I mean,
He may have a message for us.
there's a bunch of drunks. A guy who saw a cloud of fire, which we're all familiar with that. And then a woman who was potentially driven insane by the presence of bad people. I believe her story, but what can she tell us besides,
Bad people.
Well, I believe
Besides rambling.
my question would be, why was this couple killed so brutally? Perhaps they were engaged in something similar to what we are.
perhaps that's a good point. I kind of want to go see the lady or the person who knows about the bad people.
And with this Luchin die witness, I would want to see, would the man he describes match any description we have of Penhue or Brass or any other person we have encountered so far. It may let us know who's operating against us here.
Well, somebody pick something.
Well, I said it. It's in the stars.
Mr. Long first.
That sounds good. And then after that, we'll go check out Lantern Street, which I misspoke. There's no witness. There are numerous unnamed witnesses to the bat person attack on Lantern Street.
We should investigate their home, I think.
Right.
Let's go to this Mr. Long.
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Long? Excellent. Mr. Long lives in a house on the north bank of the Wang Pu, 2 blocks east from where you know Ho Feng's warehouse to be.
Sorry, say that again?
Mr. Long.
No. He lives 2 blocks what? You said 2 blocks east?
Yes, 2 blocks east of Ho Feng's warehouse.
Oh, right there? Oh, awesome. Okay, cool.
What was the Seamen's Club was on the river? Was it the Wangpu?
That's a good question. It doesn't say. There is another river there that, or it could be also on the. It says on the shore. It's on the shore. It doesn't say river. I don't think. Let me check.
It says Riverside in the
Does it?
article, but it doesn't say one river.
Yeah, we'll call it Wangpu. It doesn't matter. Wangpu runs all the way through Shanghai, though, so it could be anywhere along the Wangpu.
Well, but if the thing that attacked lives at the warehouse,
That's true.
it could jump into the water, swim down the street to
Okay. Yeah, that's all
Whatever.
fair.
Anyway,
It is a small 3-story building. On the outside, as you approach the house, on the outside there's a Siamese cat that sits on the step that yowls as you approach. Yeah. So you go up and knock on the door.
does the cat run from us in my approach?
Nope, just doesn't seem happy that you're coming that way.
Up and down and try to cat whisper.
I roll a cult on the cat.
I spirit.
Really? You're gonna roll a cult and then spirit?
No.
Are you rolling a cult?
Hey, sweet, it passed.
Is it a witch's from?
Wow, really? Okay. Something is off about the cat.
Cthulhu Mythos?
No, not gonna do you any good.
Arcana?
You don't have Arcana! Hey, guys. That's all you can really tell. There's something wrong about the cat. It has a look in its eyes that tells you it's smarter than a cat.
Soulless?
It's a witch's familiar.
Sure. That's a thing you could guess.
That's it?
So,
That's something.
Wait. Hold on. No, shoot the cat. Kill the cat.
You remembering that cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Draw. Blam.
No, I honestly, like, I pull out my whisk and kind of whisk some flies and see if it, I get an evil vibe off of this thing.
it doesn't quite work like that.
Okay, cool.
Do you really want to shoot the cat?
I don't.
I heard.
I'm scared
I
of this
heard
cat.
Father Grave, who I have a bit of idol worship on currently, said, "Shoot the cat."
I open my hand.
I have a rifle out. I am already locked and loaded. I'm gonna blow that cat. Blow that freaking cat. Please mark that. I have my rifle out, slung.
I have my
blow that
hand-
cat away.
I have my hand in front of
Hold on.
the rifle.
Jason's not here any longer. The F-bomb should go away.
Terribly sorry.
Continue, George.
I got my hand in front of the rifle. If we are seeking help from this man, we should not kill what may be his very important pet.
Are you looking at the at Living Good while you say that?
Yeah.
So not at the cat. Meanwhile,
I'm keeping an eye on the
everybody
cat.
watching the cat notices it starts to shift in body and gets bigger.
Oh, the
Yeah, I'm
cat.
pulling the spear.
Run.
So here comes initiative.
So
I
I
pulled the
start backing up and
Holy
I pull
crap.
out my
Hold on, you can't pull the trigger because we get initiative. Remind me what your
Out
guys'
mine.
initiatives are.
15.
Sure. Anybody higher than 15?
I don't know what I'm.
And that's
where's
Jack's
mine?
Dexterity.
That's
13.
15.
So Eva and Father go at the same time. 13, you said?
Yeah.
Anybody above 13? No? Living Good?
13.
13.
No, that's why. Who's next?
9.
10.
Ooh. Hey, mine used to go before somebody. And that's. What's your character's name, Jesse?
Chisabo.
Chisobo.
I pronounced it differently.
Yeah, you
I'll tell
keep
that.
pronouncing it differently. It's confusing me. Chisobo, I've heard
Just call
Chisab.
me Chiz.
No, seriously.
No, we're not.
Pick one.
Not.
Chisobo.
Chisobo or
Chisobo.
Chisobo, I've heard as well. Chisobo.
Um, as it grows, oh no, you know what? He doesn't have that. That is way too high. We're gonna put
That's a good thing.
right there. So it starts to it changes into a demon form. It is a 250-pound cat with an aggressive belly. I'm not quite sure what that
Excuse me, an
means.
aggressive bet.
Gnarly glowing claws and eyes that flash and smoke.
So,
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe we're visiting a guy and you shouldn't kill us all.
yeah, Miles getting too soft, man. I don't know.
I know, right? Come back to the homeland feeling good because he got some scratch. Now it's like, don't kill a demon cat.
So you
Well,
pull the
comfort
gun.
Food, man, you know?
I know.
We are going to go to declare. Eva, Father, declaration.
Draw and fire.
Draw and fire.
Okay, living good. You're already drawing.
Click.
Okay.
I'd like to point out that as I was playing it, my hand is in front of the gun, so hopefully you're not going to shoot. through
I
my
assume you
hand.
move and click, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I imagine when it goes, whoa, that his hand might go, wait, what?
What?
I'm looking in the wrong direction, apparently. I don't know.
Well, you just didn't
You
see
would
it
hear
as
our
it started.
screams.
Ma?
How close am I to this thing?
A couple feet.
I was bending down to pet his.
I draw a gun and fire.
Okay, and Chisobo.
I back away and throw a spear.
Okay.
Sorry, was anyone present for when we fought the first cat? I don't think any one of us was. Maybe Creed.
I was Catherine.
I haven't.
'Cause I
No,
had
there
the-
was.
Oh, I was there, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, you were.
Burn was there, right?
Did regular
Burn
weapons
was
work
there,
on it?
So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Um,
Burn was there, so he told the father
do you-
all about that.
Do you
No, I
have
was just trying to
spear?
remember the weapon thing. That's
Do you have spear?
Yes.
So it may not be a good idea to drop back and throw. You may just want to spear.
I have throw also.
Okay.
Throw is better
All
than
right.
spear.
So
It's
Eva,
actually the same. But
Yep.
I get hit less.
Fire.
yeah.
it's your turn.
Firing.
And you have more
So
than
roll
one.
Well, roll the
God
dice.
bless.
That's how this game works. You roll dice.
We gotta let the new players get that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's well under. That's a 1.
I got a point.
That impales
That's
it.
impales.
Yeah. So do your damage.
Oh, crackers.
What do you need?
The DT.
Sweetie, these are all D10.
Oh shit. So
You know,
just
Jason's
one.
gone now. That should go away.
Roll it twice.
What goes away their double-barreled shotgun blast that used to kill everything.
So 9, 4, 13, 2.
What?
Can I just list out random numbers for my rolls?
17 damage is the answer you're looking for. Because 9 plus 4 plus 2 for each shot.
Yes.
17. The bullet bounces off of its skin.
Joke.
Nope. Father.
I assume point blank range, because we're less than my dex and feet away.
Less than
15.
Yeah.
So I hit. I do not impale though. 11 damage.
Again, the bullet bounces. Living good.
How does the impale thing work again?
Are you under a 5th?
Okay.
Then you impale.
And I need the damage on a rifle.
You don't
What
have that
kind of
written down.
rifle?
No, I don't. That didn't get filled out.
1d10.
That's it?
Yes.
Is that
I thought
double?
yours
Oh,
was
no,
like
no, no,
2d6.
I'm sorry.
It depends on what kind of
2d6.
rifle.
I rolled the
2d6
wrong
plus
dice
4.
before.
Oh,
2d6
then
plus
roll
4.
2d6 for me.
No, 9 damage.
Oh, you used
I
your
rolled
pistol.
my
Gotcha.
rifle when I should have rolled mine.
Well, are you
Six, and
rolling?
then I roll.
Sorry, you're rolling with an elephant gun though?
Yeah.
No, it should just
yes,
be a
it
regular.
should be. No, it should be. Yeah. I
Is
got
it- is
my
it
gun.
A double-barreled elephant gun?
Are they single barreled or double barreled? I just had this gun. I owned an elephant gun that I got on the way out of our stuff.
Tell me what's going on there. What do
So
you?
the stats would be 3d6 plus 4. And it can be double-barreled, you can fire.
It's just a regular elephant gun.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Then I need other D6s. 2 more, please. They
That's
came
right.
at me from everywhere. Hey, can I take this roll?
No,
It was a 6.
just roll the dice. Come on.
Okay, fine. Plus 4?
Yes.
13, 17.
Okay. The bullet bounces off the cat. The cat goes. It turns and smashes through the door. And you hear screaming from inside.
Great.
Ma, you gonna fire at the cat in the back?
No, I'm going to pull out my cannon one after it.
Okay. Sobo.
I'm still throwing a spear.
Sure.
I hit.
Okay. Oh, you know what? The cat doesn't move. It hasn't gone in yet. This is all firing round. You don't actually get to do this because it's not firing. Now we're on melee.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry.
Right.
Completely my fault. I
It's been a
caught it.
while since we've done this.
So Eva, do you have the ability to fire again? So what's the number of attacks?
1.
So
One
no.
or two.
Father, you don't, or no, you
I
might.
do with the pistol.
Yeah, go ahead.
The rifle does not have that ability to do with the pistol.
So it says
Yes.
attack 1 but shot 7.
Yep, 7 bullets in the gun.
1 attack, 7 bullets. 2.
Okay.
2 damage.
Also bounces off. Living good. Can you fire again? I don't think you
I
can.
can fire my second shot.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I shall do so. What's a 99 again?
Point blank range, so it counts.
No,
Oh, it
No,
must.
it's a malfunction.
no, it's not malfunction for him. His is a double aught. So
Okay,
it's fine.
so nothing. It's just a miss.
Okay. Well, except I'm in point blank.
Oh, so
range,
then it's a hit.
and it's a hit.
Ridiculous. Go ahead. Roll your damage. Just 3d6 this time.
12.
It bounces off. The cat now actually goes and breaks the door. They're screaming inside, so on and so forth. You pull your cane. You throw your spear. Go ahead and roll that.
11 damage.
Okay. The spear goes into its body and strikes and seems to catch it, and it howls and turns.
Uh-oh.
Or begins to turn.
Oh my
Anybody have any more
eyes.
shots?
I do.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
No, what's not? 9.
Nothing. It bounces off. Now, everyone roll your sanity as we've gotten to the end of this round and you've seen a terrible, terrible thing.
Yes.
Fail.
If you succeeded, roll a d3. If you failed, it's a d10.
What if I've already seen this happen before?
This is a different demon cat.
Oh,
Most ridiculous thing I've ever said. Remember, if you lose a 5th, it's all bad. What'd you
Almost
lose,
won.
Scott?
I will, at the end of this combat, lose 1.
Oh, no, you lose it immediately.
No,
You just
Oh,
don't,
I just don't suffer the
you just
effects
don't
of it?
suffer the bad effects of losing your mind.
Oh, then I lost 1.
That's not so bad. That's not a 5th, is it?
I went from 70 to 69.
Okay, so no, you're good. You're good.
Good.
Okay. So inside the house, you hear the screaming change a little bit, and a blade slashes at the cat. Doesn't seem to catch it, but it swung. We'll go back to the top of the round.
And that was not Ma, correct?
No, that was inside the house. Go ahead, Ma, if you want, or I'm sorry, go ahead, Eva, if you want to fire.
I actually pulled my knife.
Okay. So you don't get to fire. This is firing around. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's declare action. So, Eva, what are you going to do?
Pull my knife.
Okay, Father.
I also pull my knife
Okay.
and charge inside.
Sure. Living good.
Reload.
Ma.
Sword strike.
Chisobu.
Throw another spear unless it charges me and then spear.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so knife. Who's my first firing? Nobody's firing.
He's reloading though.
He's reloading, so that's not firing.
No firing.
No firing.
Sweet.
That's
So
right.
Eva, you charge in and slash it with your dagger?
No, I
No,
did
you
not.
miss. Father.
I impale.
Okay. First question.
Yeah.
Were these weapons blessed in any way, shape, or form? Do they have anything on them?
No.
Okay. The blade slices right off of its skin. It doesn't catch.
Oh, to happening great.
Living good. You are reloading Ma.
I
Is
don't
yours?
remember.
I don't think it
Yours.
has.
I think it has.
Your sword is.
Oh, well then there you
Yeah.
go. Go right ahead.
You have that done eventually.
A hit.
Okay.
That's going to be 4 damage.
Okay. And Chisobu.
It has an advance towards me.
No, it's actually still paying attention to something else in the
Then
house.
I throw the spear. And I hit for 3 damage.
Your spear catches it in the back of the neck, and it goes straight through. You hear something that shakes all of you to your core, and it drops. and it begins to slowly revert to a smaller form, which rips the head off as it goes around the spear. And you see standing on the other side of it a man with a knife that has no blood on it. He's had just as much luck as anybody with a normal spear, dressed in traditional Chinese garb. It looks like he probably peed himself a little, or a lot.
Mr. Long?
I'm going to walk past the people in front of me and retrieve my 2 spears.
Okay, one you have to pull out a little bit, but it does come out. The other ones, they're just covered in gore. Yes.
I hope this wasn't your house cat.
No, this is the thing coming.
I stomp in. What's on the floor?
A little bit of a cat.
Blah, both barrels.
Okay, one. You can't fire both barrels.
Okay.
I don't want that kind of a...
One barrel.
It just bounces off the cat and leaves a hole on the floor.
Ooh, how big is this cat?
Now it's probably about the size of a small medium-sized dog. That
How big is that?
it's still shrinking as you go.
How small is it getting?
Hold on.
Fire.
No.
It's
I
gonna
was
go
gonna
back.
say fire.
It's gonna go back to its original size.
Okay, that's
Would
fine.
be your assumption.
I have some skill in craft unusual leather.
Okay.
Nice.
Come in quickly. Let's shut the door.
Left to the door.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, the cat burst through it. Go in.
You walk in and there's incense burning already. You start looking around and you see several things. You see scrolls on a table. The room is set in a very strange, for everybody but Ma, a very strange and unusual way. It seems like the room has been harmonized. Ma, you know this is feng shui. Done to set up it's done in such a way to set up a protective aura in the room. There's a brazier burning, and then there's a sword whose blade and hilt are threaded with Chinese coins. It hangs over a chair facing the table. He picks up the brazier and swings it a little bit and says a quiet chant. It sounds like a prayer, a Taoist prayer. Everybody roll a d3. You regain that much sanity as you are calmed and feel whole from what has just happened.
Is that total? Not just from today, but
Anytime you've lost anything.
Can you go above your circle?
No.
Just
But
check
Scott,
it.
you're back at full.
I'll take anything I can.
That thing, that woo, the demon cat was sent here by the Celestials. They sent it to punish me.
Punish you for what?
Constructing a trap to drain their power.
How did you do that?
It's an ancient art.
We'll take 5 of them.
It's this cabinet, and the cabinet is like a full oak armoire kind of thing.
Still,
we'll take 5. and this one is the only one I've ever created and doesn't move.
Psychology on Robert.
Okay, go ahead.
How's
What are you looking for?
how's he reacting to the stuff that this guy's doing and the expression that there's been magic used?
Given the calming nature of the room and what the psyche impact that I had and the fact that this has made me feel so much better, I'm really not sure how to react.
It's also not as flashy and straight out murderous as some of the other stuff he's seen, so that might also be why.
You reload your gun and put it away?
I reload. Yeah, it's already slung.
Okay,
I've reloaded and slung. Now, I'm not pointing at the guy if that's what you're asking. No.
No, but also just the general.
Yeah. No, as a matter of fact, I'm quizzically taken aback because this is the first time that I've seen magic that hasn't been meant to kill us all.
Yeah.
Or torture us to insanity. Whatever.
Would a cult
He actually. Can I see the? And he takes the cat and picks up the head, walks over to the cabinet, the armoire, opens it, and tosses it inside.
I'll try and peek in.
It looks very much like a regular cabinet. Can you roll your occult?
Oh my! I actually make a. I got a 6.
Sweet. Inside you see, and it's very hard to see, but it's been lacquered or whatever they would do with that lacquered. I assume they lacquered back then.
Oh, that's lacquer's from China.
But the oak has a darkness to it. It's been painted in very, very dark, almost oak-colored paint. These Chinese symbols of control and power, and he's written the spell on the inside of the cabinet and then lacquered over it to probably protect it. But it's very faint and not something you would normally see. You can see the concepts of what he's done. It's a very complicated thing. And he's putting that body in there probably to drain whatever magic is left in it and dispel it.
Before he tosses it in here, I'm going to try to stop him.
Okay.
I don't want the cat destroyed. The body.
No, it should be destroyed.
It must be
Or
destroyed.
contained.
It will come back.
Oh, will it?
This will dispel it from this world and place it in the underworld in a prison where it can't come back for a great amount of time. Hopefully long after I'm dead. From natural causes.
The closet sounds a better place than my feet did.
Yes. I would say so. Is there anything else in the cabinet?
No, it's pretty empty.
Pretty empty, just not in the cabinet. Messed up yet.
How did you know
No, what?
that it was here for me?
We didn't know it was here for you. We have encountered. Well, we have encountered creatures like this before.
We thought it was here for us.
Yeah, we didn't
I
know.
thought it was yours, but the father and Robert correctly assessed the situation.
I mean, I did almost pet it as well. But then I remembered something Mr. Byrne had told me.
What can I do to repay you?
The stars are right. You can.
Tell us what they have to say.
Tell you about...
Is this a safe place to speak?
Yes.
It seems to be.
No bloated women lying around.
Those we all want us.
No. I can do a reading for you if that's what you really wish.
Well, we have specific questions. Maybe
I will answer whatever you ask.
And we're here to fight things that send cats like that.
You're here to fight celestials?
Yeah.
Demons. The shaitan, yes.
You are from the north.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, what questions do you have?
The Grey Dragon Island. We think something big is going to happen there.
Come sit. Let's. He pulls out whatever you would use. It doesn't really go into his astral readings, but he pulls out whatever he would normally use and begins a reading for you. You're going to ask him what now?
I Ching stuff.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Is that Buddhist? I thought the
I thought it was
board.
Tao anyways.
He is Thou.
Oh, down.
He is
Okay.
Thou. He begins walking you through. You're going to ask him all about everything, I assume.
Yeah.
He begins walking you through those things. He tells you that there is an event coming, but that it has been halted or slowed recently.
When?
But it may be sped back up soon on an island that boils beneath.
Yeah,
We know that
sounds-
there's a volcano out there.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Well, something will fly from the earth into the sky and cause a rift. And from that rift, those that were believed dead will gain power.
All right. So far on course, yeah.
And that only those of metal may fully understand and protect those that know nothing.
When he says metal, does he mean M-E-T-T-L-E or M-E-A-T?
We got to find this guy named Brass.
We gotta build
Oh,
robots.
right, that guy.
We gotta build robots.
Yes, both.
Those that were looking, Ma, now I am cradling my rifle.
While he does this, he does seem to. He's really getting into it. He's clearly reading whatever's there. And then when he finally tells you that those are metal, to protect those that don't know, he stops and says, "You all have a mark upon you that will not do you well. Soon an end will come for all of you,
We do not fear death.
as well as hundreds of others. If it doesn't come, then everyone will end."
So you said that he who was once thought dead will bring
Those that were once thought dead,
like
not just Brass.
No, well, that him and also the other Carlisle expedition members.
And then there's the people in New York.
We don't. Well, there aren't many people in New York that you think that are dead. Like we know they're dead. But anyway, yes, everyone. Pinhue, everyone could be who's been serving Nyarlathotep.
Do you say the word Nyarlathotep in front of him?
Yeah.
He picks up the brazier and swings it quickly. "Never speak that demon's name in my house again, and you must leave."
My apologies.
And he seems like he's starting to sweat, and his face has gone a little, very pale, and he looks sick.
So the whole Voldemort thing just happened there?
Not necessarily. It's probably that he has some Cthulhu knowledge and knows what you're talking about, and it's just,
Well, no, you say the name and he knows.
well,
He notices you.
not necessarily that, or he just had a demon cat attack him. He doesn't need any more bad juju, just in general.
All right. Well, then we need you. I guess the next question we have is we need help locating this man of metal, Jack Brass Brady. Brass Jack Brady.
He does another reading. He tells you that you'll find him near scholars of ancient texts. He holds a scroll or 7.
A scroll or 7.
7 scrolls or the number 7?
He holds 1 scroll or 7.
Irrelevant. We'll figure it out when we find him. But clearly that was was a Caucasian or a European eyewitness.
No, the eyewitness saw
a
a
European
coming.
leaving the vicinity of the conflagration. So,
Is there anything you can do to help us fight the quickening of this ritual, of this coming?
He picks up the sword, the coin sword, and hands it to you. You are skilled with such a thing. This may help.
we have 3. Well, we have 1 solid lead now. What can you tell us about the Seamen's Club and the incident on Lantern Street? Are those perhaps red herrings, or is there information we need to gather from those 2 locations?
Both will lead you to the man of metal. That's the best I know.
All right.
I'll take a look at his scrolls. If he doesn't mind me looking at them. Actually, ask, may I look at these? Motioning for
Yes. The scrolls are those of protection to fight off demons.
Are they written in Mandarin?
No, they're written in the other language that's often called Chinese. Not
Cantonese.
Cantonese, thank you. They're written in Cantonese.
Yeah.
And it's probably, you've probably seen Cantonese before. It's,
Yeah.
It's an older version of Cantonese.
Mhm.
So.
Judging by your reaction to the cat, I was told that these creatures that came from the ocean that were frog-like, I wear their flesh. Will it come back?
What?
Yes.
I'm gonna lift up the robes and show him the armor I made from the deep one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything? This thing that once owned this. will
That
it
is
come
not
back?
a demon. That is a creature from this world.
Thank you.
Is it a danger for him to be wearing his skin?
No.
Those creatures infest this area as well. I've heard tales of.
Those creatures infest anywhere that there is large oceans.
So, you say we have this mark upon us. Can it be removed?
Only in the completion of the task. The mark is one of fate.
What can you tell us about the Dark Mistress? The ship.
Well, the ship, I know nothing about a ship named the Dark Mistress.
Nothing in the stars.
No, he does another. Yeah, he's trying to do a reading on anything you ask him that he doesn't know anything about. Nothing in the stars about the Dark Mistress.
And the Great Dragon Island. This is where we must go to stop this ritual.
That sounds like the right answer.
Because we could always still aboard the ship.
When you
Right,
say
he just needs to be here.
when you say hundreds will die, do you mean we will kill hundreds on the way there, or hundreds will die here? In a sense.
Hundreds will come to an end. As you will come to an end.
Well, that's good news.
Well, then we'll get several crates of dynamite, travel to the island, blow up the volcano, and let the lava do the rest.
It's like we don't have geology.
Is that even work?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking like a demon cat fighting, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna die anyway.
That's a great play.
I was
Did
like,
you audit?
zero.
You rolled 100.
Well, zero. That's a great plan. We should do that now.
It's definitely how volcanoes.
That's definitely how volcanoes work.
If we kick it hard enough, it'll erupt.
Right. Kick it with dynamite, it'll definitely erupt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of character question, because this is an issue. The sword skills are wonky and individualized by sword type. And
You
I'm
can use the
sword.
same skill you have. I don't care.
Thank you. Cool.
It's done that way.
Cool beans.
We'll assume it goes under the same sword cane thing.
Yeah. I'm not like horribly, overpoweredly skilled with the sword anyway, so that's fine.
The only difference is this one I would have let you to use martial arts with.
I have a martial arts that's character.
If you had it.
Weld had martial arts.
I know. the non-Chinese character.
Yeah, it's making fun of it.
Alright.
That's fine.
So which of these stories do we want to pursue? We know he was at the Garden of Purple Autumn Winter's Feast.
There's clouds in there somewhere.
Purple Clouds of Autumn, that's the one.
Garden, yes.
Which path will lead us to the
Well,
beginning
that's-
of metal
that's-
first?
That's a solid question, and we will find out next time on Nerd's Name Presents Masks of Neon.
Oh.
Thank you guys for listening. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter, and you can find us over on /loop.
Give us a 5-star review on iTunes.
Do that thing. That guy is smart. He knows all the things he's talking about.
Tweet at us, give us feedback, talk to us.
Yeah.
Anything.
Be
We're
our
desperate
friends.
for attention.
Please be our
No, that we will.
What?
Can't you tell?
We will talk to you guys real soon.